While Penfield's bicentennial year is officially over, it featured an abundance of celebratory events. Perhaps one of its most exciting days was our town's October Heritage Festival. The festival's theme centered on farm and family life from 100 years ago. Our town has a lot to be proud of. Its history and present quality of life give us pause to harken back to times when life was, well, a little bit more rugged, a little bit more rustic, and maybe simply a little bit more down to earth. Now let's take a look at some of the unique events, demonstrations, displays, and entertainment that one might have experienced from Penfield 100 years ago.
What we're doing here is a bunch of guys got together a couple months ago and we started building 4 different toys, 1850s era, and so we've spent about 6 months getting supplies for a ring dowel toy, a dancing man, a boat that will actually float in the water and is self-propelled if you wind it up, and then the ladder man that falls. I think that the ladder man toy was probably the most difficult to put together because when the guy falls down, he doesn't always want to fall on the rungs of the ladder, but we perfected it and I think we've got it down. We really worked once or twice a week for a couple hours at night for about 6 months, and it really took right up to the last week to get them all done, packaged, and ready for the hordes of people that are coming out and buying them right now. So that's pretty much it.
Tractor demonstrations were on hand, which leads us to a new 2010 Penfield edition, the Community Victory Garden.
This is to raise money for the Penfield Community Garden, which is right next door. The garden started this past May. We started planting. May of 2010. Yep, so we just finished our first year. And we are now trying to put up a deer fence around the property to protect the plots against deer. So we're doing various fundraisers, and this is one of them, and it's been going great.
We donated a lot of food to Food Link this year. You know, folks that had extra produce, they donated it. And from, what was it, June of 2009 to now, you know, got the whole thing up and running. It's been great.
Thanks to Dave and Carol.
Thanks to Dave and Carol.
Yeah.
Put on your dancing shoes because the copycat square dancers are cutting a hole in the rug.
Swing your partner there and promenade you go round the square. All the way round and then get back home. Hey, when you're home, hit 2 couples, rock up to the middle and back. Then pass through, separate round 1, make a line of 4, march 4, rock up to the middle and back. Star through. Zoom, centers roll back, new centers pass through, go right and left through the outside too. Everybody do a half sachet, then pass through, do a U-turn back and swing your corner, round and round. Hey, keep that good, promenade, you go walking round the ring, you promenade, you go round the ring. When you get back home, element left, new corner, to an element bar, forward 2, go right, go left, element back in with the right hand stop, just back of my hand. Hey, slip the clutch, element left your corner. Hey, then grand right and left, you go round the ring. When you meet your partner, promenade, you go walking round the ring all the way back. When they get back home, but all the way back. Hey, when you're home, just back right out. 4 ladies chain straight across. Then chain right back across that ring. Then join hands, circle the left, goes around that ring. Come back and square. Hey, join your hands in a great big ring, circle the left, go around the ring. Do an element left and weave the ring. Hey, 90, 90, 90, hey, 90, 90, low. Meet your partner, promenade all the way, promenade that ring. Hey, 90, 90, low. When you get back home and back, then follow the partner and a corner 2 if you're all through. All right. Hey, there's the best. Let's give them a nice hand, okay.
Supervisor Tony LaFountain was on hand, as well as Councilman Rob Quinn. A locally crafted Penfield painting was up for raffle. And one lucky winner is going to take home a giant and festive pumpkin.
Well, this is Corbett's GLEN, and this is our preservation group. And what he's doing over there now is the switchel, which the farmers used in 1910. They'd make this up and they put it in a crock and put it in Allen's Creek, and the farmers would, that's how they got some energy, some liquids and things. So we thought we'd make up a batch. Yes, the GLEN is a gorgeous spot to go hiking, and you can go in either off Penfield Road or near 441. And we have a cookbook, which we are selling, and it has recipes and people who enjoy the GLEN, and all the proceeds go to the GLEN. It dates way, way back where the trains came in and they farmed and took care of things in the GLEN, and this is the Burroughs part of the GLEN that we're doing right here now. Brighton owns a GLEN. It's a beautiful place to come and hike.
When I was 5 years old, I saw an organ grinder in Plymouth Rock near Boston. And I knew when I heard the music, it was the happiest music I'd ever heard, so this is what I was going to spend the rest of my life pursuing. And the music is pinned in a way to keep the interest of children so that they'll come running when they're outside playing back in the early 19th century, late 19th century. And then the monkey would take over and collect the money. We store monkey organs, and this is just one of them. This is an earlier 1870 version of a monkey organ. Underneath there are a bunch of big pipes. They tried to fit all the music they could in a small box, so they bent the pipes around corners. It was done in 1870. And on a nice summer day in Manhattan in 1850, there were 4,300 organ grinders in New York City. That's how popular they were back in 1850. You change tunes by moving this cylinder laterally to another groove.
Visitors and participants were intrigued by Jeff's organ grinder with stories of their own to tell. Let's take a walk over to the booth hosting Penfield's official flower, the clematis flower.
And that's the clematis of the year this year. Each year we pick a different variety, and Blue Angel is the one. So
It's also that it is
it's a hybrid variety.
One, and you're paying a patent
That's
charge.
one that we've actually released. We've released a few varieties ourselves. The tie-dye is probably our best release so far, and that one's done real good for us.
Bird raiser and taxidermist was on hand at the festival. Let's learn a bit more about the pheasant.
They originated from China. Some came from Japan. There's 3 or 4 different species of ringnecks. We used to have a lot of them around here when I was a kid. You'd see them all over the place, but predators have eaten them up now. And the iridescent colors, you know, people think, you know, they're just for pretty, but put your hand on his back, feel how warm that is from that sun. It's like a solar panel. That's what these feathers are on these birds are, these iridescents. And see all the black in there? Black stores heat, like your hat. It stores heat. But the iridescent reflects that heat into the feather. So if you put your hand on there, feel it back there, feel how much warmer that is? They're a solar panel. That's how turkeys and these birds can survive that really, really cold weather, is because they store the heat in those feathers. And once you take them outside, they just warm right up. Even in the wintertime, you've got sun. And even in the wintertime, you'll get that heat on a bird like that. That's what keeps them alive. We raise them for training dogs and releasing into the wild. They got some pretty colors to them. The spurs on their feet for fighting. One of the best game birds around.
Well, pheasants might be wild, but this next gentle giant is anything but that. And this one's pretty big. He likes apples and can plow fields like no tomorrow.
Percheron. He was originally used to plow back in the olden days. He was a workhorse, and they're still used for it today. And yeah, they're just big work animals. They're the gentlest of the horse breeds, any draft horse. So they're a lot of fun. They're a bit lazy, but they get the job done. He's about 10 years old. Yeah, he loves kids, loves being ridden. He could probably plow now, like if we hooked him up. But he has harness and everything. He's still in the learning process. He's young.
I'll bet the kids would like a ride on that horse. Maybe next time.
We got the water. They would milk the cows, right? And when they milk the cows, if in the barn, where would the milk go? How would they get it up to the house?
Carry the pails.
Carry the pails, but it could be a lot of pails because they needed a lot of milk. So the women and the children used to do this. This is part of their chores. And they would carry the milk and grain and water right up to the house so they could use it. Isn't that cool? Now let me show you how they made sausage. They would put sausage meat in here, and then they would grind it down. And you know how sausage has skin over it?
Yeah.
The skin, they would put the skin here, and the sausage meat would come out into the skin, and then they would tie it up and then hang it from a smokehouse. A smokehouse is like a garage, but it's real smoky. Smoky, and that helps cure the meat. You know, if you don't keep meat in the refrigerator, it goes bad. They didn't have refrigerators back then. So all winter long, they would hang the sausage in the smokehouse. They were pretty smart people back then. They learned how to do things differently to make their job easier. This is to make candles. See, the string would be called a wick, and it would come out the bottom here. See that pointed end of the candle? So they would pour wax into here and let it get hard, and then when it was done, they could just lift up and they would have a homemade candle. That's an ice cream maker. Oh. You put cream in here and keep churning it and keeping it cold, and it makes ice cream. Really good ice cream. Yeah.
The sky was sure blue for the event. Now it's time to see some other farm animals and see a sheep sheared.
Why can't you? They told me. Okay.
Looks like she's still waiting her turn.
A little longer. Normally when I shear them down, I shear down close, but it's almost winter.
And we all know how important a good winter coat is. That's for sure.
And arithmetic. some history and geography.
Some of the finest draws at the Heritage Festival were the many kids' games. From beanbag tosses to sack races, there was quite a bit to be seen. Look out now, but here comes somebody who could get you all tied up. A knot specialist.
Okay? Then you just keep doing that over and over again. Reach down through the hole, pull it up through the hole. Reach down through the hole, pull it up through the hole. Just keep going like that. Then the last one, you actually do pull it through, and that's what locks it. Okay? So, how would you undo it?
All you have to do is pull. No, wait,
that's
undo.
Then
you pull.
These guys are magicians, I'm telling you. They're pretty cool. How about the King of Knots? You ever heard of the King of Knots?
No.
That's called the bowline. Watch this. We never ever do anything underhanded in the Boy Scouts. You go over your hand like that. Then you take the other end. This is called a rabbit. He's going to come up through the hole. He's going to go around this tree, and he's going to go right back down in the hole. So you grab a hold of both rabbits and the tree, and you pull it. And now it doesn't matter how tight I get that. I can get that as tight as I want. You know what's great about this knot? It only reduces the strength of the rope by 10%, so it's very strong knot. And I can undo it by just pushing that like that. It comes right undone.
Cool.
No matter how hard you pull it. Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
All right, you guys are good. And if you forget those knots, there's all kinds of books to look into.
Andy was not only knowledgeable, but a pretty snazzy dresser as well.
I'm cooking with a Dutch oven, actually two. Dutch oven's been around since 1800. I'm sure founders of Penfield used them back then. So far we made a cake celebrating our 200-year anniversary that we'll probably light and sing happy birthday to the town of Penfield. And I'm cooking actually a pork roast, but I'm telling everybody it's a raccoon from Penfield, but just to add some variety to the conversation. And I just got done doing potatoes, and I'm going to put some sweet rolls in that are in now. What I tell people about Dutch ovens, if it fits, you can cook it. If it fits inside, it cooks it. Usually they run around 350 degrees depending on the number of coals on the bottom and on the top. When I'm done today, I'll leave this, clean it all up, and no one will ever know we were here cooking. Or leave it better than we found it. They're nice. You're done cooking with them, you rinse them with water, no soap. Usually when you're done, you wipe it out and you put vegetable oil. And hopefully we can teach a few people along the way about Dutch oven cooking.
Whoa, that's cool.
If you like 4-part harmony, here you go. The High Hopes. The Titans of Tugging turned out to see who had the toughest, sturdiest tug-of-war team.
Oh, look at this. Boy, they've gotten to be experts quickly. Oh, pull hard. Keep pulling. Gotta stay on your feet.
No!
Pull, pull, pull! Pull! Come on.
No, not around your neck.
We're getting there. That's not good for the McDonald's. Blow whistle. It'll be a pull until one team is entirely pulled across
feet locked like
the line between these.
Our tug-of-war contest was won by Mark's Pizzeria. Congratulations to Mark.
Absolutely. All right. So congratulations and thank you to McDonald's. Congratulations to Mark for being the winners.
Thank you.
All right, very good. Good job, guys.
The horse rides are always one of the first picks by families. At the end of the day, Sioux 4 gave the final wrap-up and the lucky raffle and award winners.
Horseshoe contest was won by the town's own Mike DePhillips. He takes home the award. Okay, we have a women's division, and look at this. Our very own Lynn Conroy is the award winner. Lynn, where are you? Right here. Congratulations. This is the award that's going to be presented to them once their name's on it. The community gardens raffled off a pumpkin, and it was won by Grayson Marcus. We have our artist here, Tom Sweeney, who's going to do the drawing for us. Tom? And our winner is Ray Schlesing. Ray! All right! Congratulations, Ray. Okay, we have a presentation from the Boy Scouts.
I baked the cake for our celebration today of 200 years. It's our birthday, so it would be kind of rude not to have a birthday cake. I read a little history about Mr. Penfield and when he came here, and so I figured we'd have a little celebration at the end. I do want to make a point, though, that we've been here for 200 years because a lot of people dedicated their lives to give us this opportunity. And hopefully when you leave today, you understand what we have here in Penfield, but also remember those that are serving to keep us free.
This has been a community-driven event. It has not been one group or one organization. It has been a collaborative effort in every way possible. So there'll be more thank yous going out later. At the moment, y'all know we really appreciate all your help. We're real happy. We think we got a good event here. We had a lot of people with a lot of fun. So
wonderful job.
Thanks to all.
See you next time.